Hello, party people. I'm sorry. I don't know how to start these readings. My name is Rianne. This is the Moon's Eye Tarot. Welcome to your April 2025 prediction. We're doing pick a card tarot. We're going to be looking at your love life, your career, and self/growth. If you enjoy my readings and you feel called to like or subscribe, I would be delighted to have you here. In a minute, we're going to go to the pick a pile screen. So if you need to pause the video, please do. And I will have the pile selection timestamps down below in the video description. Pick the pile you're most drawn to, and I will see you in the reading. Bye, guys. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome to your April 2025 prediction. If you chose this pile, you chose the Jade crystal. In this reading, we're going to be looking at your April 2025 in the areas of love, career, and self. We're going to start with some oracle cards to get some general messages and themes for your month ahead, and then we're going to bring out the tarot cards and look at those three areas of life specifically. So let's get into it. Here are your oracle cards. We have a change in the wind reversed. Meditation brings answers. Gazelle. Guardian. And Neptune. Dream and transcend. So pile 1, right away, you have some major themes around healing and change. So a change in the wind, number 12, reversed. This is talking about unseen changes being initiated, ones that you're not expecting, ones that you probably don't feel ready for. And maybe this is a lot like the Tower card in the traditional tarot deck. It's like a storm comes in and it blows away anything that's shaky and not built on solid ground. So there might be some areas of life where you're having some necessary change being brought about by the universe. Because this is talking about changes we don't have control over. Maybe you've been resisting something, but you feel that like storm brewing in the air. And this is the time where it finally comes through and it clears out that thing that you've been hanging on to, that it's time to release. What I will say with this card is not to resist change. It's like that analogy where, is it like be a willow, not an oak? And it's talking about, the tree that bends with the storm is the one that survives. And if you resist, it's the tree that breaks. Don't resist change because it's making way for things that are more aligned and better for you. And then we have meditation brings answers. If there are major changes happening in your life, it might be time for you to do some inner work and quiet your mind to help you navigate through this. If you're someone who tends to avoid being alone or avoids silence, I think it's a really important thing to do, especially when you're healing. If you're always distracting yourself, you're not leaving space for your intuition or your higher self or your guides to come through and help you. And meditation could be very healing, and it might be that your guides and the universe have messages that they want to give you, but right now there's no space for them to come in and provide that for you. And that leads me over to Gazelle. This is a fire element. The gazelle is an animal that's on high alert because it feels like it's being hunted. It feels like prey. It's like feeling on edge. And like I said here with maybe you feel a storm is coming, maybe you're feeling extra stressed or high strung, or you're just waiting for something to happen. And it's a feeling of vulnerability. And honestly, even if nothing bad is happening right now, your hypervigilance is affecting your ability to enjoy your life. The gazelle is a very beautiful and graceful creature, but it can't move through life in that state when it is so worried about every potential threat that comes upon it. So the gazelle is also a reminder to stay present, which ties in very well with like meditation, because that's all about being present and centering your awareness on the moment. A gazelle mind is one that gets so far ahead of you, thinking about like anxiety, thinking about anxious thoughts, worst case scenarios. And it's also about learning to feel safe in uncertainty. The storm can be unsettling and it can feel catastrophic, but you are ultimately safe and protected, because the storm and the change only takes away the things that were not meant to be there in the first place. So it's learning not to cling, learning to be okay with the release, being an observer rather than a fixator. Observe and detach, find your breath. And then we have Guardian, and I'll just read the back of this to you. Meet Lavendril. She stands sentinel, a gentle yet protective force. She can help you guard your mind against negativity, defeatism, and delusion. She is a shield that only allows the words and actions of people with compassionate intentions to reach the depths of your being. She keeps your true self safe as you journey into the depths, seeking understanding and healing. She is a master space holder. Lavendril will hold your hand in her paw as you cry, as you dance wildly, as you merge with the all, as you dissolve and evolve. Again, wow. Some really, really deep healing and transformation that I think it's time. It's time. Like, this has been building for quite a while. And it's going to be a journey. I wonder if you haven't had your Saturn return yet, you should look into that, because this is like giving Saturn return energy, and that is going to be, it's a doozy when you go through your Saturn return. It is like a complete rebirth into a new phase of your life, and it can be really difficult, but it is, when you come out on the other side of it, it's absolutely amazing. Part of these changes need to happen so that you can get deep within yourself and discover your authentic self. Whatever these things are in your life, they are holding you back in some way. The card talks about guarding your mind against negativity, defeatism, and delusion. Maybe this is about having stronger boundaries as well. Is the gazelle putting herself or himself in positions where they're being surrounded by people that don't allow them to feel safe and protected? That's another thing that might need to go. You need to do some emotional release as you move forward through this. It's okay to be emotional. There's going to be a lot of emotion tied up in this, and that's okay. And that's something that you need to give yourself the space and grace to move through and feel fully as you release and you heal. And then your astrology card is Neptune. Keywords, dream and transcend. Neptune is about revealing where you're vulnerable and healing. So these cards, as I pre-shuffle everything and then I put them in a pile and then I go through them all. It was absolutely insane how everything just connected so seamlessly in this pile. So, Neptune is also about lifting the veil between worlds. And part of that veil is between the external reality, the conscious, and the subconscious. So there's some sort of illusion that might be happening within you where the parallel that I'm getting with this is like with a relationship. If you are with someone and it's not going well, but you continue to see the good things about them, and you're coming from a place of like survival mode, you continue to put this person on a pedestal, you continue to see the good things. And then after this big event pulls everything away and you're finally tuning into yourself, it's like you lift the veil and then you see the person for what they really were. And it's not that you were totally unaware during the situation. It's just the space, the silence, the connection to yourself really, really illuminates things for you. Neptune is also about energy work. Again, meditate, meditate, meditate. I feel like a broken record, and I actually struggle to meditate so badly. I really am not like a big fan. I'm trying. So I understand if that's not the first thing that you would do. And if you're like me and you struggle with meditation, I would suggest just doing something with no distraction. So like when you're getting ready in the morning, instead of listening to a YouTube video, except if it's this one, keep listening. Just kidding. Or listening to music, do it with no outside noise. Just leave space for you to have your thoughts. That's one way you can do it. You could listen to like a guided meditative exercise if just like sitting doing nothing and not thinking is too much for your brain like it is for me. It does get easier. And Neptune is also about your dreams and the subconscious. And through your dreams, you might be doing a lot of healing. And I know for me, when I'm going through like a major life event, I have the most vivid and wild dreams. There might be some messages coming through about that. Pay attention to your dreams. They might be trying to tell you something. So pile 1, for your overall themes, I can see you're feeling guarded, but you're about to go really deep and you're about to experience a major release. And the best advice for you is to do your energy work and to focus on your healing so that you can start enjoying your life again, okay? So now we're going to go into the tarot and we're going to pull a couple cards for each area of life, love, career, and self. So let's do that now. All right. Pile 1, love, please, for April 2025. What's going on for pile 1 in love? Wow, 8 of Swords and 8 of Wands. And I will take the bottom of the deck with the Ace of Cups as well because I think that means something. Well, okay, your love life. Your 8 of Swords energy is, the 8 of Swords is basically a mental prison where you're so caught up in your head and your thoughts that you're essentially caging yourself in and you're doing yourself harm. And part of that too, like, he's blindfolded. So he's fine to just have his perception of what's going on around him, but he's not fully aware because he's choosing to stay blindfolded. Part of this healing and change that you're going through definitely will be involved in your love life and moving from a place where you're choosing to remain in the dark about something and moving into a place of moving forward and really, really quickly. It's moving from a place of feeling small and disempowered and frightened to blazing ahead with excitement and passion and confidence. This is a humongous change of energy. And the Ace of Cups being here too, this is a new beginning in love. I feel, take this if it resonates, that for some of you, when you take that blindfold off and you see this situation that you have going on in your love life for what it is, you might not like it and you might be out of there. You might be moving away from it. And with the Ace of Cups, you moving away from your gazelle, Eight of Swords energy is putting you in a position for new love. And the Ace here is like a rebirth card. The rebirth is putting you in a position where you can bring in new love that is aligned with who you are once you've done your healing work. And also it's an expression of love for yourself. You know, this is your cup and you get to fill it up. And then you get to decide who you want to give this cup to down the line. And we have the Fool as well. So I definitely think you're going to be starting something new in love. And it starts with moving away from something. And if it's not physically moving away, like from a person, it's moving away from this type of energy in the relationship. Definitely think it's about starting something new, taking a leap of faith, not knowing where things are heading, but you know you're going somewhere and you're excited about it and it's going to be brand new. Okay, let's look at your career. Whoa. Okay. Oh, she ready. Oh, she ready. Queen of Swords. And there, another card for their career, please. I was only going to do 2 cards for each, but here we go. Ooh, 6 of Pentacles. Heck yeah. 8. So, for your career, you have another card showing change with these butterflies here and transformation. You are becoming, excuse me, sorry. I think it's spring allergies. You are becoming more confident so far in like every area of life here, and your career or your purpose or, you know, studies, however you want to take it, are absolutely no exception. And it's, you embrace change. You're a leader. You are learning to be assertive and communicate. Communicate what you need, communicate your plans, moving with an authority that is respected but not domineering. And tying in with the 6 of Pentacles, maybe something is going to come up in work where you are in a position to share your knowledge or your wealth with somebody who could benefit from it. Sometimes the 6 of Pentacles is a card of charitable giving. So maybe you're going to be in a position where you're giving back either money or your time and energy. And also it could be you receiving more compensation for your contributions in your area of work. I'm gonna get some more about this. Ooh, 4 of Wands. You're gonna be very aligned with what it is that you're doing for work. Yeah, and 4 of Cups here too. The vibe that I get with this is you've been trying to find that thing that's the right fit for who you are and what you want to be doing, and it looks like you're finding it. because you didn't settle for an offer that wasn't in alignment for what you wanted and what you're capable of. Maybe you're leaving a work environment and doing something that you feel more called towards. The vibe I can get with this too is like it's a negotiation. Someone offers you a certain amount of like compensation or salary or arrangement for your position, or like a promotion of some sort, and you know that what they're offering is not good enough, so you don't accept the offer and you hold firm, and you end up getting what you want in the end. That's awesome. I love that for you. And I want to look at yourself now. Self and growth, which, I mean, we've seen like a lot of that already going on in your oracle cards. Page of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, the Star, and Page of Cups. Want them all. The Page of Swords feels, it's kind of a guarded defensive energy, like your gazelle here, where you're on high alert and you're trying to foresee red flags or like bad events before they happen. And it's like a really on edge energy. And the Wheel of Fortune is about things that we have no control over. It's like the wheel of destiny. And the themes of your reading being about change that you don't have control over, there's going to be a change from you feeling very bothered by the things that you can't control and like being concerned and worried about things that are out of your hands, and moving into a state of not taking things so seriously or not being so bothered to the point that it's impacting your ability to live a full, happy, and joyful life. The Star card is the one that comes after the Tower moment. And you do have a Tower moment where things that are supposed to change are being like ripped out of your life. And what that does with the Star card is it tears down the structures in your life to its bare bones till it's just you. And it allows you to connect with who you are at your core. I love the Star card. It's literally tattooed on my body because I just believe so strongly that a Tower moment is the biggest blessing in disguise that a person can go through. And as difficult as it is so powerful. You are going to be who you're meant to be. You're figuring that out, and you're gonna feel very connected intuitively, and maybe like you're gonna feel some divine connection, more dialed in. Feathers here, maybe you're getting messages through feathers showing that you're moving in the right direction. If you see feathers on the ground or you're seeing birds a lot, that could be a sign for you that you're doing your healing and you're moving in alignment to who you're supposed to be. The Star is like right place, right time, being in like a perfect fit. And the Page of Cups is an evolution from your Page of Swords hypervigilance to it's gonna be okay. I don't have to take everything so seriously. And learning to embrace a softer side of yourself and life. Like if you've been living in fight or flight, I feel you. And I'm sorry. It does get better. And it's going to get better for you, and you're going to soften because you're not going to be feeling like you constantly need to be on edge to protect yourself. This is very exciting. Setting yourself up to be more aligned in your love life. Getting ready to take a leap for a new kind of relationship with yourself and with other people. Not settling in your career and transforming your confidence, drawing in the arrangement and career and purpose that lights you up and that you deserve, and just an overall enjoyment of life and connection to yourself. I want to end this with one more oracle card for a final bit of like advice or message from you. Okay, that was jumping. We're doing that. Trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in the universe. Everything is going to be okay and it's happening for a reason. I want to read from the book. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle, by the way. This is a powerful and important card to receive. Even when things seem parched or not fruitful, a deeper energy speaks of the power of your inner knowing. Meditate. Trust those nudges from the universe. Your celestial advisors are close now. You are now open to receive some of the most important messages of your life through your intuition. Your intuition is spot on, so trust it. And even if there are some areas of your life that seem lackluster, know that other areas are being fertilized for a resplendent future. Have faith and know that there is a higher purpose. Wow. I told you, everything just came into such perfect alignment with this reading. I'm very excited for you. This is going to be some hard work, but it is going to be so worth it. And I think you are just going to be absolutely loving your life on the other side of this. It's going to be a little bit of a longer journey, I think, when it comes to the like healing of the love and heart portion of this. But you're starting a new journey and you got to start somewhere. You're going to be feeling a renewed sense of excitement, moving forward with optimism and like a romantic spirit where you know what you're looking for and you're going to be drawing that in. So have faith in yourself. You can handle anything that comes out of this. Pay attention to signs and synchronicities. Okay, my lovely pile ones. I think those are the messages that I have for you for your April 2025 prediction. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. If you have suggestions for other reading topics that you would like me to explore, let me know in the comments. I love to hear from you. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye guys, I'll see you in the next one. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your April 2025 prediction. If you chose this pile, you chose a clear quartz. In this reading, we're going to start off with some oracle cards to get some general messages about themes and energies about your month as a whole. And then we're going to get into the tarot cards and we're going to look at love life, career, and then self/growth. And we'll pull cards for each area of life respectively. So let's start with your oracle cards. We have number 39, new life. Get more information. Vulture. Intuition. And fixed. Number 39 might mean something to you. This card is speaking about a new season in life, and it also represents the season of spring, which where I am and maybe where you are as well, it is just now springtime. So this is about coming out of a period of hibernation or isolation and being reborn with the fresh new energy of spring. This card is like a season of new. So new love, new life, new confidence, new opportunities. It's just like a fresh start. A whole new you, maybe. With get more information, you might be finding that you're having some hesitation with agreeing to things or like certain opportunities that are coming up for you where you want to get more information before committing to things. This can be like information by doing research. It can be information by needing to tune in with your intuition, seeing if the opportunities are in alignment for you. It's basically just like having a boundary where, yeah, my laundry machine is beeping. Confirmation beeps. Having a boundary where you don't just immediately agree and move forward with things. It's okay to take your time and ask for more information before you commit to something. And then with Vulture, your animal spirit here, that's an air element card. The Vulture is scrappy and they're a scavenger. And they bring balance into the ecosystem by eating how do I say this without it being gross? By eating dead things. They bring balance to the ecosystem, and they bring balance to like the circle of life, and they're like pretty misunderstood. They're actually a very important part of the ecosystem. So maybe something that seems like a yuck situation in your life was actually a blessing in disguise. And it is what has caused you to have this new life rebirth. It's like it was a purification moment. It's like you pulled out the rot, you went into your period of isolation, and then you cracked open and you are emerging out of your shell as this eggshell, as this new vibrant, new month, new me energy. And your spirit cat here, intuition, meet Ghost Kitten. She is the light within us that helps to guide us through our life. She is always beckoning us to enter our inner world, to dig deep and to meet her there. If you are quiet, you can hear her whispering to you, perhaps about a creative project or a person you should reach out to, or even leaving a stifling job. Play with what makes her whispers louder and clearer for you. Maybe it's meditation, or sleeping enough, or taking a shower. Experiment with following your intuition and notice what magic unfolds. Yeah, so I think the information that you're going to be tuning into is going to be mostly you tuning into your intuition, allowing yourself to have moments of stillness and quiet so that you can hear the whispers of your soul, the whispers of your wisdom. And maybe you're going to be using this time to do more spiritual work, making her whispers louder and clearer. So maybe you're going to be tuning more into the voice of spirit. You might be a very intuitive and like spiritual person already. You like to do a lot of research in that area. You can never know enough. Same. It's also a self-care thing too. Meditation, sleeping enough, taking a shower. It's like part of the newness might be you exploring new routines of self-care and self-exploration and leaning into things that interest you. This rebirth can really be anything that you want it to be. You just make sure that it's what's in alignment for you. And then we have fixed with the keywords stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. So the fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. It says about moving forward with radical conviction and persistence, even when there's chaotic or bad woven into your story of becoming, like we saw here with the vulture. Trust in your own path. Your journey doesn't have to be all sunshine and rainbows to be incredibly positive and impactful. In fact, you grow more through the difficult things that you overcome in your life than just moving forward with ease. And getting through those things is what allows you to move forward with that ease and intuition and being in flow with yourself and with life. So overall, it looks like your month of April is about coming out of isolation, coming out of something difficult and being born with more balance, understanding of what you want and need out of your life moving forward. That's exciting. So now we're going to get out the tarot cards, and I'm going to pull some cards for each area of life, love, career, and then self/growth. Pile number 2. I almost called you pile 1. Let's know about your love life first. What's going on for pile 1, April 2025's love life, please. Say info. Pile 2. Ace of Cups. Queen of Wands. Heck yeah. Ooh. King of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. All right. Because I think this pile is entering the season of newness. I'm going to take this to be like a new type of, oh my God. I am so excited. I can't even talk. All right. Because your themes are around newness, I'm going to take this, especially with these aces here, to be talking about like a new relationship, new love, where I'm going to take this as you and this as the other person. You have grown your confidence and your presence and your magnetism so exponentially. It's like the Queen of Wands is magnetic and powerful, charismatic. She is outgoing. She's creative and very bountiful. And you, maybe whatever you went through, caused you to buckle down and like really emerge strong with this super amazing energy, to the point that it has now taught you how to fill up your own cup. And now you're ready to extend your offer of love out to someone else. And what's coming in for you is the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Someone that matches your energy and wants a new beginning. This person is coming in with a lot of earth energy. Pentacles are earth. Very grounded, very stable. They might be very financially responsible or established. The King of Pentacles is like, he's like the epitome of success for the kings. Daddy big bucks. And the Ace of Pentacles, what this person offers is security. And it's not just talking about like financial security. I'm sure that goes hand in hand, but I'm talking about emotional reliability and security and stability for like a relationship. And they are somebody who invests in a partnership for the long term. So two people coming together in a very evolved energy, both looking for a fresh start and a combination of love and stability. Heck yeah. I love that for you. I want this pile. Okay, I want to look at your career or, purpose, studies, however you would like to take it. Pile 2, career, please. April 2025. Pile 2. I am such a clumsy shuffler, which is why I usually edit it out. The Magician, the Hierophant, 2 major arcana cards. That's wild. 5 of Wands and the Fool. Okay. I want to say, usually the 5 of Wands, excuse me, I just have like this incessant cough. The 5 of Wands is usually like a conflict combative card, but I usually don't get that in this deck. It kind of looks like everyone's bringing their sticks in and they're trying to build something. It looks more like assembling something than people like trying to beat each other with the sticks. So whatever's going on in your 3 major arcana, I take that back. Whatever's going on in your like career and purpose here is Again, did we not say like a new everything, new fresh start? The Fool is something brand new, starting a new journey. And I think you've manifested something by using your skill set, your knowledge, and your tools. And you had an idea of what you want for your career. And you're making it happen collaboratively with other people potentially. I wonder if there's some group collaboration involved in what you want to do, or you're just receiving the excitement and the support in your like general community as a whole. That could be that as well. With the Hierophant, you might be, especially with the Queen of Wands energy, you have a lot of presence, and I think you might be somebody who conveys messages very accurately. You might be a speaker and a leader of some sorts, and people look up to you, you guide them. It's like people go to you for advice or wisdom or guidance in some way. And this might be like a new thing for you, but I see you having people wanting to work with you and wanting to come to you, and it's gonna be an exciting new journey. In fact, with the Five of Wands, looking at it now, like I also feel like maybe it's you have so much interest in what you're offering that people are like fighting to get a spot with you. Like you're in high demand. Whatever you're doing is very significant in your life for your path as well as for other people. Major Arcana cards are like huge themes and life lessons and journeys, and it's very important what you're going to be doing. I want to look now at your self/growth for April 2025. See what's going on. Woo. 9 of Cups, 9 of Wands, the Tower, 9 of Swords. All right. Remember when I said that you might have come out of like something that was difficult and it was an important part of your journey? Well, we have that here again. Your Tower moment, I believe, has already happened. And you, through that experience that caused you a lot of mental anguish and self-doubt and pain, taught you to not give up, to keep moving forward. You're not a quitter. You're very resilient, and you buckle down, and you're scrappy like the vulture. And you learned through, wow, 999. I just realized that the end of the difficult chapter is over. The worst is behind you. I strongly feel that. You learned to persevere and to keep going when things got difficult. You're at a point now with the 9 of Cups where you're just enjoying life and what you've got. And you came out on the other side of this very self-fulfilled, happy, party hardy card, having your cake and eating it too. That's all the 9 of Cups energy. And you're ready to like present yourself with your best foot forward. And again, this is why I think this is like new love. Over here, the 9 of Cups is like the high point of happiness and fulfillment of you as a singular person. And then when you add that next cup of a new relationship, it takes you to the 10 of Cups, which is like the happily ever after when you're coupled with another person. So your growth journey was a major lesson of tearing down old structures that were no longer serving you. It might not even have been your choice. Sometimes the Tower moments come in and it just the world just strips away the things that are not meant to be there. And you might have been up in your head about it for quite a while, and you did a lot of work to get to the point of being optimistic and happy and just ready to get out there and live life. And that's what you're doing. Very confidently, like a passionate life, a passionate, fulfilling, exciting life. And I think this month is a very monumental beginning to this unfolding in your life for you. And now I would like to do an oracle card to get another last bit of advice or information for your month. Pile 2, April 2025. Woo! Opportunity. And I opened it up to the exact page. I'm sorry. If this isn't destiny, I don't know what is. Okay, I'm going to read this little excerpt from the book for you because I think that it is well spoken. Gifts from the universe are ready to cascade into your life. Abundance, health, longevity, vitality, and joy are flowing to you gently and easily in the days ahead. There may be times when the goodness of life feels like it is ebbing and flowing, rather than being a steady stream of fulfillment. This is similar to the moon peeking through the pine trees for a moment or two, but as you stay open and receptive, physical and emotional gifts will come into your life. Instead of bemoaning the fact that there isn't a steady and constant stream of joy and gifts from the universe, accept whatever you receive in a spirit of gratitude and your bounty will increase tenfold. This is a universal law. So, sometimes opportunities are not at first glance visible, like the moon hiding behind the pine trees. That doesn't mean they're not there. Similarly, if it's hard to see the good at first, there is a good or a lesson in most things that happen in our lives. And it is a blessing and opportunity to work through these. If life was just a steady stream of nonstop gifts from the universe, which, I mean, that sounds pretty good, we would lack an appreciation for the good in life because it would just be so commonplace. But you are someone who has experienced the difficulties of a transformative period, and I think you are someone who is grateful for the opportunities that life presents you, and you are someone who notices the good in life and pushes through when other people might not, or things that people might overlook are things that you notice. And that's a very special level of awareness to have. So overall, your April 2025, coming out of a difficult period, being reborn, and having basically new opportunities coming to you in every area of life because of this work that you've done, because of your healing, your connection to your intuition, and for you moving forward with persistence and determination towards what you want for your future, what you want for yourself, your goals, your dreams. This is a very exciting month of new. I love this. Pile number 2, keep being this amazing, confident, creative person that you are becoming. And becoming is not even the right word. It's who you always were, but you're leaning into it. Keep doing that. I'm so happy for you. That is all the messages that I have for you today. Thank you for watching this reading. If you have any ideas for other reading topics that you would like me to explore, please let me know in the comments. I love to hear from you. And I hope you have a lovely day. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your April 2025 prediction. If you chose this pile, you chose the rose quartz crystal. In this reading, we're going to start off with some oracle cards to get some general messages and a look at some of the overall themes and energies of your month. And then we're going to get into the tarot cards, and we're going to pull for your areas of love, career, and self/growth. So let's start off with your oracle cards. We have number 50, No Place Like Home. We have Be Assertive, Turtle, Focus, and House 5. I want to start off by saying this month you are going to be coming out of your shell and learning to be at home within yourself and learning to speak up. That's the initial vibe that I'm getting from all of this. Number 50, No Place Like Home. This card is about authenticity and coming home to yourself. There's a sense of fitting in and belonging, not just within yourself, but in your community. Maybe you're finding a place where you are connecting and you feel at home in that community. Authentic connections. Learning who you really are and feeling confident in it so that you can find those connections where you truly click and you truly fit with who you are as a person and who they are as a person. You're on the same wavelength. And furthermore, you attract more abundance and joyfulness and happiness within your life when you are coming from a place of authenticity and alignment with who you are. Maybe you've struggled with your concept of your own identity or knowing who you are, or something just never felt quite right. This might be a month where you're finally breaking through that and feeling comfortable in your own skin is what I just heard. It's like, this is who I am, and I can boldly claim that to the world. Be assertive. And Turtle. We need to talk about these ones together. So with Turtle, this is where I get coming out of your shell. It's like this card is double-sided, because on one hand, you might be so comfortable being introverted that you are very at home in yourself, to the point that you're not one who likes to come out of your shell that much. The turtle literally lives in his shell. His home is himself. So this is a time where you're learning to come out by being more assertive, by being more confident, and embracing who you are. You might be a very old soul and very wise beyond your years, and that might tie in to why you have struggled relating to or finding home with other relationships or communities in your life. Maybe you've had a hard time connecting with people your own age, especially as a kid, or you struggle to connect with people who aren't as deep thinking as you. There was something else with the turtle interpretation of the Animal Spirit Oracle deck, and it says, close the books you've been living by and write your own. And I think that's definitely what's starting to happen here this month. You have Focus. Meet Artemis. She is the master hunter. She can focus her attention like a laser beam. She has crystal clear vision and razor sharp hearing. She even has some extra antennae that pick up on subtle clues. She observes everything, knows how to be invisible, and leaps out at the perfect moment. We often have a zillion ideas floating in our minds. We are multitasking machines. When Artemis shows up, it is time to pick one thing to hone in and quell distractions. How will we ever catch that mouse if we don't focus on it, letting everything else fade into the background for the moment? So she knows how to be invisible. I really think you're maybe not the most comfortable with attention being on you. You're fine. It's like you're fine to be a wallflower. And there's nothing wrong with being introverted, but being so much so can really work against you if you're missing out on opportunities and connecting with people that you want to connect with because you're too afraid or too comfortable being alone or isolated. I think you're very observant too. You pick up on a lot of things that other people wouldn't because you are an observer. And with be assertive and choosing something and moving forward with it, I think that's another message for you. If you find something that you align with, pursue it confidently. And don't get in your head about it and don't let other people's opinions weigh you down. And then your astrological card is House 5. So 5th house, passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. So your 5th house is where you radiate and shine, where you allow yourself to be seen by both yourself and others, fun, confidence. It's your self-expression, your zest for life, expression of your authentic self, and either the involvement of children or the expression of your inner child. And I feel the inner child quite strongly with this. Letting yourself have fun by expressing yourself. You are a very creative person, and I think a lot of people don't see who you really are, or they don't get to experience your amazing personality because you're not so keen to just openly share it with everyone. And I think you're going to be moving forward in a way where you're more open to doing that with people. It's not as scary to put yourself out there. So overall, this month, you're going to be coming out of your shell, having acceptance and confidence over who you really are, enjoying your life, focusing on who you are and what you want rather than what people want you to be, and tuning everything else out. Okay, so now let's get into your tarot cards. Starting with your love life, pile number 3, April 2025. Let's see your love life, please. Pile 3's love life in April 2025. I want this one. Knight of Cups. Oh, yeah. Ooh, King of Pentacles. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. This is a good one. Okay. I want to say you embracing yourself and knowing who you are and living in accordance with that more outwardly is going to attract your dream partner to you. And I think this person, I'm getting that they are being represented by the King of Pentacles, is similar in the fact that they are very grounded, like your turtle energy. The turtle is water and earth energy elements simultaneously. This person is going to appeal to the grounded stability that you really need in your life, because I think that's how you probably operate. And the way that this is coming in, I think this will be starting this month. You being more confident and putting yourself out there also inspires people that are interested in you to come forward to you confidently, which is awesome. This person is probably very financially stable, and what they offer is a lot of security, not just financially, but like they're someone that you can emotionally depend on and rely on in a relationship, and they build something for the long haul. Here, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. This is someone that you could end up growing a family with and investing a lot of time and growth into for the future. So maybe you're going to be meeting the person that you're going to marry and start a family with. I love that for you. All of these readings have been so positive and just absolutely lovely. Let's keep going. I think that's honestly pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, love interest coming in, very grounded, very stable, long-term potential. Put yourself out there and you're going to inspire them to do the same. And let's look at your career, or you could say purpose, or your studies, whatever resonates for you. I'm just going to call it career. For April 2025, pile 3, please. Chariot, the Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. Okay. All right. Starting, first of all, I love that there's cats pulling this Chariot. It's the cutest thing ever. We need to jump back over to this card here with focus. We often have a zillion ideas floating in our minds. We're multitasking machines. It's time to pick one thing to hone in and quell distractions. Okay. This might be especially true for you when it comes to your career or path or your education, where you are aware and are drawn to many possibilities. And it's like, wow, how do I pick one? Or you have so many conflicting interests that you don't know how to divide your time and energy accordingly. Okay, so this month is about you being more clear on where you want to direct your energy and then moving the heck forward. The Chariot, once it starts going, is virtually unstoppable. Like, they get stuff done. It is like victory is assured, but you gotta pick a lane. You gotta pick a cup. All right. And part of the Seven of Cups is illusion. Okay. Some of the cups are very fruitful. You have some pretty great things coming out. You've got jewels, you've got this little house, you've got a rainbow, and then others, you've got mice, a snake, a dragon. Maybe you don't want those. So it's like, what ideas and what dreams that I have are realistic? What are ones that are actually going to be practical for who I am and what I want? And then you move forward according to that. And with that, maybe you're juggling so many things right now. Maybe you're working multiple jobs. You're trying so many like little dabbling hobbies, hoping one sticks, that you've been carrying around this burden because you're trying to do too many things and you're diverting your energy in so many areas. You're gonna be setting down this heavy load because you are picking where your energy needs to go and where you want to grow. And you're getting really freaking good at it. Three of Pentacles is called the Master Craftsman, because they are someone who reaches the top of their field. They have perfected it. They are building something. They have a lot to show for it. It's also a card of a very like creative person. Usually other decks, it shows like an architect who's being commissioned to build a home for someone, like in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. So maybe what you are inclined to is something that allows you to use your creativity and to build something. Maybe not, I don't mean like you have to like physically be building like a home or a building, but like you make something. So your career for April 2025, I think you're going to pick something and you're going to start moving forward. You're going to be getting real good at it, and you're going to start having the pentacles and the expertise to show for it. You're also going to be less burnt out. It doesn't mean this isn't going to be work, but you're not going to be dragging around more unnecessary sticks or obligations than you need to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. Okay, now we're going to look at your self and growth. Oopsie. Let's see. Self and growth, April 2025, pile 3. Six of Cups, Knight of Wands, there's some more confident energy, Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Okay. This is something you're coming out of. Let's just go with that, because you're coming out of the Eight of Swords overthinking, self-doubt situation. This is like a prison of your own making. And when I said before, like the turtle literally lives in himself, he is his home. If you don't venture out of that home enough, it literally becomes your prison. And you become so accustomed to not putting yourself out there that you end up having these self-limiting beliefs or doubts in your ability to put yourself out there and to be confident, to meet people, to find love, to succeed in your career. It's like, if you're someone who struggles with anxiety, same, I feel you. Part of going through healing for anxiety is exposure. It won't go away by simply pretending it's not there. You literally have to put yourself in anxiety-inducing situations over and over again until it gets less scary. And eventually you learn to function and live with the anxiety, and it'll slowly subside over time. You are coming out of a period of self-induced isolation, self-doubt, and anxiety, because you are coming out of your shell. You are learning to be more confident, a little more spontaneous too. Like the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is an exciting go-get-em energy. He's spontaneous and fast-moving, not as chaotic as the Knight of Swords. So you still think before you act. But this is more like you're okay to deviate from the plan if it feels right and if it's like in alignment for you. And with the Six of Cups, this is forming bonds with people, maybe even reconnecting with people from your past. Six of Cups can be like a nostalgic, I don't know why, I literally got the hiccups out of nowhere. A nostalgic card about like connecting with other people, fond memories. Maybe you're building memories with people or revisiting old relationships that you fell out of touch with, and now, you know, you're in a place where you want to like pick that back up and keep going. But either way, part of your growth is connecting with other people because you've been able to get out of your own head and out of your own way. And with the Nine of Pentacles here, part of your growth is also about becoming self-sufficient. You're your own sense of security and empowerment and fulfillment. That was the word that I was looking for. It is like an enjoyment of the finer things in life. Single, independent. Usually it's the single, independent lady in the other deck, but you can be a single, independent fella, whatever you are. Single and independent and happy. Enjoyment of your own life. This is a huge growth arc for you. Pretty amazing, honestly, to be coming out of your shell like that and moving forward so confidently and readily and making connections with people. Well flippin' done, group number 3. Okay. I'm going to do an oracle card, which is a last little bit of advice for your month. And let's see what we have now. April 2025. What else do they need to know, please? This one. Ooh, blessings. Another bird. Okay, I'm going to read a little excerpt from the book here. It is the Sacred Destiny Oracle, by the way. Immense blessings are emerging into your life from those in spirit. Angels, guides, and spirit guardians are watching over you. Angelic intervention is available to you. Be open to the voice of the divine. Messages are all around you. You are protected. You are safe. Have faith that your path is guided. Watch for signs that spiritual beings are present. Profound healing energy is flowing to you in wondrous ways. Refreshing, replenishing energy is filling your life. Yes. So you are safe. It is safe to be who you are. It is safe to put yourself out there. It is safe to be confident, to leave your shell, and to go after what you want. When you do this, you're opening the floodgates for all of these blessings to come into your life. You don't need to be afraid. You've got this. This is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So overall, pile number 3, your April 2025. You are becoming so secure and at home in yourself, but with balance, being assertive, putting yourself out there. You're getting focused on the type of people that are aligned with you and what you want to be doing with your life. You're picking something, you're building your skills, you are connecting with people, being your own sense of security, and you're getting out of your own way, you're getting out of your own head and just living life and enjoying life. Wow, great start to the month. Very happy for you. All of the piles were very growth oriented. It was pretty amazing. Everyone's going through some major character development right now, and it's just like a big rebirth period for everyone. Very exciting. Pile number 3, I think those are the messages that I have for you. If you have any ideas for other reading topics that you would like me to explore, please write them in the comments. I love to hear from you. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Bye, guys. Have a lovely day.